part 2 to naming hydrocarbons is the numbering as well. So from part 1 we found the longest chain. Now we got to use the numbering system. So the principal functional group, what the hell does that mean? That's talking about anything extra hanging off your longest carbon chain. Okay, I'll explain what that means as well. But principal functional group has the lowest number and it determines the suffix of the stem name. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's basically the simplest one. Bute, all single. Butane, does it have any functional groups? No, it's all hydrogens. Okay, so that's just a real straightforward butane. But if we look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a bute, but yeah, there's a functional group here. So this functional group is it's an alkene. We've got a double bond. So this determines the NP. Okay, so butane. And again, I'm going to put a little asterisk on there because we need to number it as well. Okay, so where it says the principal functional group has the lowest number, this is the principal functional group. We're going to label it and give it the lowest number. So we can count our carbon chain like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we can count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So our choices are, if I get this to autofocus, okay, our choices are to make this number 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 butane, I don't know if that's right, or 1, 2, 3, 4, we can have it 3 butane. Okay, but our principal functional group has the lowest number, so we've got to choose this one. Except when we write our double bonds, we don't put the number at the front. We call it bute 1 ene. Alright, that's a bit of a jump ahead, but I think you guys will understand. Bute, 4 carbons, 1 shows where the double bond is, ene. For example, if it had a single bond and this double bond was there, now we'd have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd need to label it where the double bond is with the lowest number. So if this was 1, 2, so our options are bute 2 ene, showing where the double bond is, bute 2, or 1, 2, it doesn't make a difference, yeah, because it's the same back and forward. So this would be called bute 2 ene. And let's have a look. If that was a single bond and the double bond was here, you might start to notice now that we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could call it 3 butane. Oh, look at that. Or we could call it 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 butane. Alright, so that's the exact same shape that we had at the start, just back to front. So it's the same molecule. So 1 butane, remember we don't say 1 butene because we're showing the double bond here. Bute 1 ene. Let's use this rule for our earlier examples. So, let's fold this over to the top, and there we go. So we find the longest chain, and then we're going to give the principal functional group the lowest number and determine the suffix. So principal functional group here, there's not really any, it's just these single bonds, pentane. Okay, but we had an asterisk on this one before. Methyl butane. So we've got to number it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How do we do it? Well, we're looking for the lowest number with a functional group. This is our functional group, CH3. So it can either be 1, 2, 3 methyl butane, or it can be 1, 2 methyl butane. So it's not going to be 3, it's going to be 2, because we give that number 1, 2, that's attached to number 2, the lowest, 3, 4. If we were to call it 3 methyl butane, it's not the lowest, because 2 is lower than 3. So we make this number 1, 2, 3, 4, and we call it 2-methyl butane. Alternatively, if you were to call this number 1, 2, 3, 4, that's still 2-methyl butane because we've still got a methyl group. Now, my computer's okay. Getting a little bit scribbly now, but hopefully you're still with me. Now, we put an asterisk on this one, methyl pentane. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our first option, or it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's start here. We'll just see if it works. Call that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the functional group, the methane, is attached to 1, 2, number 3. So it could be 3-methylpentane if we started there. If we give this number 1, 2, 3, doesn't make a difference. So 3 shows you which carbon it's on. Methyl is a CH3 group. Pent means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the longest, and ane, it's all single bonds.